computer. There you go. So we can get started, and you know that whenever we start any exercise program, we like to warm up our bodies a little bit. We never want to do any kind of exercise with cold muscles and cold joints, because that sets ourselves up for injury. And just simply walking around the room, open and closing hands, pumping arms. I always say whenever it's warm outside, it contributes to warmer muscles, but you still want to warm them up. And also, whenever you get done doing exercise, you always want to do some kind of stretching, and that can help with flexibility. So that's nice to be able to have better range of motion and of your body, is whenever you have muscles that have flexibility. So let's see, my camera's a little high, making sure I'm in a good camera view and there's no barriers in the way. I don't need my chair. Have y'all done bingo size yet? That class called bingo size? I didn't know if they were offering it down there.
Yes. Oh yes, we had bingo size, but
I teach bingo size on Monday and Thursday mornings. And so we use a chair in that class.
Well,
Where you teach?
Huh?
Where you teach at?
We had bingo class on was it Wednesday afternoon?
Oh, okay.
No, Monday afternoon. Was it?
My class is in Wayne County, but I do it on the computer. The reason why I do it on the computer is because we can receive money for doing virtual classes. So we do it on the computer. Not me personally, but just the office. Do what?
Oh, you can't do it on Zoom? You can't do your bingo exercise on Zoom?
Yeah, that's what
we would do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Why can't we participate?
Well, this one is only for Wayne County, like their senior center.
Oh.
But in the future, I can let y'all know if I do another one and y'all can join in on it.
Yeah, because we used to do it here with our senior center.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? I enjoy it.
Yes.
All right, y'all, let's get started with our necks. First, thinking about our body awareness, holding our feet about shoulder width apart. Maybe you like your feet a little bit further apart. Our weights on both legs. I like to keep a soft bend in my knee, and that helps with having a little movement. I have good posture. My shoulders are relaxed. I'm just in a nice stable stance to get ready to do my exercises. Starting with my neck, I'm going to bring my hands up, palms down towards that chin and chest. Push away and follow those hands down, stretching the back of our neck. Do a couple of those stretches. Just getting in that mode of slow, smooth, and continuous. Thinking about our principles of Tai Chi, even in our warm-ups. I like to stretch our neck this way first, and then we have one more way that we stretch it where we go side to side. Bring those hands up towards our chin and chest. Drop one hand down to our hip as we follow the other hand towards that shoulder. Back to the front. Switch hands. Turn that head towards that shoulder. This helps with the range of motion of our neck, helps us be more mobile. Really helps us when we're driving to be able to look over, see if we can safely change lanes, safely back out of a parking spot. anytime we need to look around, obviously it's nice to be able to turn our necks, and this exercise can help us there. The more you do it, the more flexible your neck will be. Even if sometimes throughout your day, maybe you don't want to do the full Tai Chi version of the neck exercise where you use your hands, but simply looking towards your shoulder, your chin towards that shoulder, that's the same exact movement, but you're stretching that neck. So that can help with range of motion. Also, the first one we do, we have the hands, that makes it Tai Chi, but essentially it's chin to chest. So that can help stretch your neck. And then another one that's outside of Tai Chi class is to take your ear and lean it toward your shoulder. So that's not in our Tai Chi class, but that's an exercise from the Arthritis Foundation that can stretch your neck. So just simply laying your head over towards the side, towards that shoulder, and just letting gravity really stretch that neck. Do you feel that stretch?
Mm-hmm.
So this is, like I said, I've said it twice already. This is outside of Tai Chi class, but it's still a movement that can help with the range of motion of our neck. So this is definitely something that can't hurt, but just help, even though it's outside. So I try to give y'all tips of how to use these movements for different reasons. We'll do our shoulders next. So we'll roll our shoulders forward, drawing little circles on the sides of our legs, and then roll our shoulders back, little circles, thinking about the size of a quarter. I know I always tell y'all mine are more like dollars, those big old coins. But it just feels so good to roll those shoulders. Really is like a massage you give yourself whenever you roll those shoulders back. Also helps resetting your posture. All right, now let's bring our hands up and push down in front of us. Inhale and exhale. Now for our spine, let's grab our ball. We're going to separate the heavens and the earth, pushing one hand down towards the ground. The other hand comes up and presses up towards that ceiling. We're pressing up and down at the same time, stretching that spine vertically, coming back to our ball and switching our hands. Stretching those arms out as we exhale. Inhale as we come to the ball. And exhale as we push into that stretch. You may feel all of your back muscles really stretching as you stretch that spine. I am keeping a soft bend in my elbow, even though you may not can see it because my sleeves are a little baggy, but there's still that soft bend in my elbow. We always want to keep a soft joint when we do Tai Chi so that we don't do anything harsh to our joints and do anything to hurt ourselves. Let's do one more on each side as we focus on that exhale as we push, inhale as we gather, and exhale as we push. Come back to our ball. We're going to go turn side to side. Our top hand is our leading hand. We take that ball just above that thigh, switch our hands, come back across. Switch. Just turning side to side. This movement is just like our waving hands in clouds. When we talk about turning, it's that same torso movement. Don't forget to breathe as you go through these motions. And back to center. Give yourself a little shake as we go into the bottom part of our bodies doing our stretching exercises. That first part, our legs are holding weight that whole time. So now we're going to start hips, and we're going to shift our weight to one leg, and we're going to place that heel forward. Our hands are back, pause in the middle, and then take that toe back like a kickstand. Hands come up. Pause in the middle, heel forward, hands back, pause, and toe back, hands forward.
Okay. Okay. Back. No, the back. And then come up and then this one.
It's doing a slight leg swing. So we hold our weight on that one leg. Now let's switch. Shift the weight, heel forward, hands back, pause, and hands forward, toe back. I felt a little wobble in that right foot as I was holding my weight. My ankle saved me from falling. So sometimes we forget about that little ankle down there, but it's very important with our stretching, with our balance. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart today. Very good. Now let's shift our weight from one side to the other. Our hands are stacked and we'll come to the side as we shift the weight with those hands. Tap that foot out, bring it back, switch our hands. Let's go side to side as we shift the weight. Tap the foot out, shift the weight, tap the foot out, keeping our bodies upright, making an effort to not lean as we go from side to side, keeping those hands within our frame, just like that, not going any further than the frame of our body. Very good. Side to side. Taking our time, intentionally going slow. And back to the middle. Now for our knees, we have our loose fists down here by our hips. We're going to shift our weight to one leg, lift that toe out, punch the opposite hand, bring it back, shift, lift, tap and punch, bring it back, shift, lift, tap and punch, going side to side, shifting the weight, lifting that leg, in that knee. Very good. Take your time. Oh, in that way, really going to work those stabilizer muscles, and that's what we want strong to keep us from falling. So that's a pretty good name for those muscles, stabilizer muscles, and that's what helps keep our body stable and not fall. The other knee exercise, we shift our weight. We step forward, heel toe. We're going to shift the weight to that front foot, keeping our back leg, our back foot on the ground. Shift as we punch opposite hand. Bring the weight back, feet side by side. Shift, step, heel toe. Shift and punch. Bring it back, feet side by side. Shift, step, shift and punch, bring it back, side by side. Let's do that a couple more times. And last time, shifting and back. Now for our ankles, we'll shift the weight and we'll go heel toe, rocking that foot. Working on that range of motion of our ankles. Bring that foot back and then shift the weight, heel, toe, heel, toe. All right, bring the foot back, shift the weight. Now let's go big toe, little toe, side to side. Now let's go to our other side and little toe, big toe. I mean, your ankles may be popping. Mine just popped. All right, give yourself a good little shake. Do we have any questions? Do you need any clarifications on any of those warm-ups?
So,
I just got to follow you, that's all.
Well, y'all have it. Y'all do a great job. And just know that when we do warm-ups, left and right don't matter because you just do it the other way that next time. So
Yeah,
you
okay.
can be going the same side as me or opposite, and you'll do the other side in just a second.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go through our basic 6 Tai Chi movements. We're gonna go through them without talking. I'm just going to do the movements. I'm gonna call out the names, but not the specifics of the movements. I'm gonna do in a mirror image, but I'm not gonna talk about the movements. I'm just gonna do it. So you follow me, and then we'll clarify anything that needs clarified. Okay, so remember, we get ourselves in a stable position where our weight is on both legs. We have our legs about hip width apart, good posture, relaxed shoulders. Our hands are to our side. Most importantly, we're breathing. I hesitated because that's real. It's important, but is it most important? I don't know. It's all important, right? All right, here we go. And commence. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. And to the middle for open and close. And close it out. How was that?
oh,
That's
very
good.
good. Yeah.
You want to do that again?
Okay.
Let's do it several times where I just call out the name.
Okay.
Just really, just go into the moment of doing the movements and just really think about slow, smooth, continuous. And here we go. Commence. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Opening. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. And close it out. I feel like we get better and better each time we practice.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hands itching. All right, let's do it again. And commence. Opening. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Opening. Single whip. Waving in clouds. Opening. And close it out. So you may come into this class feeling any kind of way, right? But when you come to this class, it does something that just calms you and just makes you feel almost like you're in a whole different world. You're just in a world of your own that's calm and peaceful. And so we need that in a world that's crazy out there. So we come to our Tai Chi class and we really take on that benefit of reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. We just kind of leave the world behind, so leave the world outside and come here and just have our own little inner peace. And so that's one of the benefits of Tai Chi is reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. And it has a lot to do with just slowing down and relaxing and breathing. So we'll do that again and just thinking about letting stress go, letting anxiety go, letting any bad feelings we're having go. Right now, just gathering that good feeling so that we can take it beyond Tai Chi class. But in Tai Chi class, we really gather it. So here we go, thinking about letting stress go and taking in calm. Here we go and commence. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands out. Open and close. And close it out.
Okay.
So another benefit of Tai Chi is that we have better body awareness. So not just when we're in Tai Chi class, but wherever we go, we're aware of how we're holding our bodies. So you could be sitting in an auditorium, you could be sitting at church, you could be standing in line at the grocery store, you could be out at a restaurant. Everywhere you're sitting and standing, you are aware of how you're holding your body. And you learn in Tai Chi class how to best hold your body to have the least amount of stress on your joints, have the least amount of stress on your back. So we know that if we keep our shoulders real tensed up, then we're going to start having neck, shoulder pain. So we feel this and we go, ooh, that doesn't feel good. So we learn to relax those shoulders. We catch ourselves as we're walking through a store or wherever we're walking through. I catch it in my office because I'm usually in a hurry, and I'll catch myself like this. I'm walking real slow on purpose or else I'll run into that table. But I'll catch myself, you see, my posture's not real good. I'll catch myself walking like that, a much faster pace, but I'll catch myself walking a little slumped over, and I'll feel that and go, oh no, that's not good. I need to really straighten up my back, put those shoulders back. My chest is open so that my lungs can receive good breaths. And then I have that good posture that supports my body. So do that in Tai Chi class. Whenever we're in class and going through our movements, we're really thinking about our posture. We're thinking about holding our bodies upright. We learn to move like in Tai Chi, and then we go out in the world and continue to move that way, even when we're walking fast. So I can walk fast forward. So sometimes I'll catch myself like this. You can't tell it, but I'm leaning forward kind of, and I'm walking fast. But then I remind myself, ooh, I need to really stand up straight. And even if I'm walking fast, then it's still supporting my body better. So just remember, use what we learn on how to hold our bodies in class out there in the real world. So now we're going to go through our movements again. And I really want you to think about your posture, even if you're seated. Here I have my chair. So if I'm doing my Tai Chi class, when I'm doing my seated Tai Chi, I have scooted up in my chair. My feet are pretty much at a 90-degree angle. My feet are about shoulder width apart, so I'm nice and stable here. and I have good posture. What I'm not doing is going like this. Oh yeah, I think I'll do Tai Chi today. That's not a good Tai Chi stance. Now I can do Tai Chi. I can go through all the motions from right here. But that's not going to work. We hold our bodies like this. Even when we're seated, we're standing, we have good posture. We sit, we have good posture. So if I'm doing seated Tai Chi, I'm still here. So it's not just if you're standing up, it's also if you're seated. You're still going to have that good posture. All right. So this time when we do our, we're going to do it several times, but your focus is really on keeping that good posture as you go through those movements, keeping your body upright, not leaning to the side, not leaning forward with any of the movement. All right, here we go. And commence. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds.
Come on here.
Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds.
Can't see you.
Open and close. And close it out. So maybe you felt yourself having a little better posture than normal, but that's our goal, is to have good posture for throughout, because Tai Chi gives us an increased level of body awareness. We're aware if our body is a little leany, to straighten it back up. So let's,
Jennifer,
ma'am.
I'm trying to follow your below the feet part. I'm catching on to the top part, but your feet. Are you moving those?
Yes, I'm moving my feet.
I'm moving mine, but I'm not sure I'm moving them correctly.
All right. Let me move my camera.
I'm moving mine, but I don't know if I'm doing it correctly or not.
All right, let's see if, let's do our feet. If I just show y'all my feet, can y'all remember the hands, or y'all need to see all of it?
I think I can remember the hand part, but
Let's just try it.
Okay.
If you totally forget your hands, then that's okay. Just move your feet. All right, you see my feet better? Okay.
Okay.
My little feet. All right. So here we go. You can kind of see what my hands are doing.
Okay, yeah, just
All right. Thinking about our posture. Actually, we're just thinking about our feet, aren't we? So here, I want you to have good posture, even if it's not what you're thinking about, but we are going to think about our feet specifically right now. So here we go, and commence. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds.
She bringing it down. And she's stepping out.
Open and close.
Open and close.
Single whip.
See, I'm moving both of them.
Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. Close it out. So was that helpful with feet?
Yeah,
Let's-
that's helpful. I have to concentrate. That,
Yeah.
yes.
We're going to talk about feet. Let's talk about feet for each movement. A lot of times we focus on those upper body movements. If we're seated, we only do upper body movements. We may push our feet into our floor as a seated person to engage muscle, but we're not making steps when we're seated because we come out of our chair. And obviously that's not what we're trying to do. But let's just talk about our feet. And I'll talk while the camera's on my feet, and I'll turn from side to side to just show you. So whenever we do commencement, the footwork of commencement is a step forward. So I will shift my weight to my right foot, shift. I step left, heel toe. I shift left, then I bring that right foot forward. So the footwork of commencement is a step forward. So I'm going to turn to the side, and I'm going to, this being my right leg, I'm going to shift right, step left, shift left, and bring that right foot forward. So, whenever we do that knee warm up and we shift the weight and we step heel toe and we shift the weight forward and then we come back, that knee stretch, it's that same kind of step. It's a really small step. So we step really small. It's not a big step, right? It's just a really small step. Shift, step, shift the weight all the way so that we can bring that right foot forward. Now from the back, it looks like this. Shift right, step left, shift left, bring that right foot forward. Okay, so that's the footwork of commencement. You're just taking that step. You're shifting right, step left, that heel toe, that really small step. We're shifting left, and then we're bringing that right foot forward. All right, you got that on the footwork of commencement. You're good there?
You got it. You got it. I'm still. Okay.
So it's just a step forward.
Yeah.
It's a step that's led by your left foot. So
And then when you
shift right, step left, shift left, right foot forward.
is your right foot? Is your right foot when you bring it back up even with the left one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And
okay.
if it's off a little bit, that's okay. I notice when I put my feet together and I think they're side by side, sometimes I look down and one is just a little further up than the other, and that's okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's the intention, is that your feet are side by side when you take that step forward. Okay?
Uh-huh. Do your hand with your feet. Just
Okay.
do your hand. Do your hand with your feet. I'm gonna see how you I want to see what side when you go.
All right. So if we're doing commencement, then our hands with our feet look like this.
Uh-huh.
Up, shift, step, up, shift, bring that foot forward, hands come back.
Okay. Okay. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. I think okay. So you okay.
Here's commencement.
Uh-huh.
Up, down.
Okay.
You got it, Ruth Ann? I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
So when your hands come down, that's when you shift your weight to that right foot. When your hands go out, that's when you're shifting your weight forward onto that left foot. Okay. So here it is. We come up, down, shift right, step left, bring those hands in and up, out as you shift left, bring that right foot forward, and then our hands come back. So that's the chopped up version. Let me back up even more so you make sure you keep seeing my feet. You come up, down, shift right, step left, bring those hands in and up. Take those hands out as you shift left, bring that right foot forward, and our hands come back.
Oh.
How's that for breaking it down?
Okay.
That makes it kind of chopped up, like when you learn to read. So this time I'm going to do it, but not say all those words. I'm just going to do just commencement. We'll just do commencement a couple times. Here we go. And commence. All right, let's do it again. And commence. Commence. Do it again. Commence. How's that? Is that getting better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice, ma'am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice and smooth as you go through those motions. When your hands go down, that's when you do that weight shift. When your hands go out, that's whenever you do that weight shift. So your hands move with the direction of the weight, which is kind of cool. So let's do it again and commence. One more time. Commence. So that's our first movement in our basic 6, and Dr. Lamb made that kind of complicated for us. So after he gave us that to do, he says, let me take it easy on y'all. So he gave us open and close to do next. And open and close is just that. Our hands are here at the end of commencement, and we open and close. So if you want to see my feet, it's not going to be real exciting for that one, because this is what my feet do. That's what my feet do. They don't do anything. My feet stay right there. Now, if you notice, you may saw my knees bend a little bit whenever I did open and close. So here I go, open. So I kind of came up a little bit, and whenever I exhale, my legs bend a little bit. So if you see it from the side, I go open and close. So you don't have to do that, but that's just a little way to add a little movement to your legs. Open, close. So you're straightening a little bit and then bending a little bit as you open and close. All right. So let me move my camera back down so we can talk about single whip foot. And the first time we do single whip, we go to the right. Okay, so we're coming from open and close where our feet are about shoulder width apart. And we, y'all know I don't like to talk left and right on doing mirror image, but I'm going to give it a try. So whenever we do our first single whip, we shift left, step right. Oops, let me back up. We shift left, step right. So you see how I stepped out, but to an angle. So that angle is about a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
And whenever you step that foot to an angle, it automatically turns your body in the same direction of that foot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why whenever we do that whip, we're coming at it like this. So when we step, it turns our body. And when we do that whip, we push out, turn our hands. So we're coming at an angle. And then when we open,
Okay.
then we come to the front like that.
Oh,
When we step out, it puts you to an angle.
turn back around. You say you're coming to the front. When you turn back around.
Yeah. Whenever when we do our whip, it looks like this. We're coming from open and close.
Okay.
We shift, step, that turns my body. I
Right.
out, turn,
Yeah. Okay.
and then I open, and you see it took my body back to the front.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay. But your feet still out there. Okay.
Yeah, my foot is still out there. It's just my body.
Okay. Come
went
back. Okay. Okay.
So I didn't stay like this.
Okay.
I came out into the front.
Okay.
Gives your body a little more motion.
I
So whenever we step, it turns that body. So we go out, turn, and then we separate for our single whip. So our footwork looks like shift left, step right. We bring that foot back, and then our foot gets ready for waving hands and clouds. So we shift left, step right, and after we step right, we even out that weight. So now there's weight on my right and my left foot. Then I'm going to shift my weight back to my left and bring my right foot back to get ready for waving hands and clouds. So that's the footwork of our whips. We do it the other way the next time, where we shift right, step left, then shift back right, and bring that left foot back to get ready for waving hands and clouds. But it is just, it's a step at that angle. We bring it back to get ready to step for waving hands and clouds.
Okay.
Okay.
You do, when you
So-
do that, you bring it back, then you do the other one. Then you bring it back. Then you do.
So we'll talk more next week about footwork for waving hands and clouds, because that's really important to make sure that we're doing those steps right. But that's a good review of our footwork for each movement, and it's good to go back to that to make sure we haven't created any bad habits, or maybe we thought we learned it the first time and maybe we misunderstood. But it's always good to have a review. All right.
Yeah.
It's 2:26, so let's start doing our cool down, where we give ourselves a little fist pump, fist punch on our legs. Say thank you to our legs for working so hard for us and getting us around and taking us places. We appreciate what they do. We know they work hard, so we give them a little fist bump massage. In Tai Chi, we're a no tension zone, and though sometimes we do catch ourselves with tension, it's a good reminder in our cool down to gather tension and to release, gather, and relax. Gather and relax. Gather and relax. Let's do that big shoulder circle. I like to inhale up and exhale as I push down. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And then to end our class, we have our fist that represents our strength. Our fingers upright together, that represents our friendship. And our thumb bent in is our humility. So we have strength, friendship, and humility. And together we say namaste.
Namaste.
So that's in mutual respect. And but thank you today for giving me the idea of going over our footwork. And so anytime that you need specific help on anything, always feel free to ask me, and I'm up for anything.
Thank you. We
you're
appreciate it.
Welcome. I'm here for y'all. So I will see y'all next Thursday at this time. And if y'all need anything, you just let me know in the meantime, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Have a good
Okay.
one.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jennifer.
Love you.
Love
Thank
you.
you for your attention.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you for your.
Thank you.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.